That's all. Thanks for your time.
My pleasure. I see great things in our future.
I see this game not having a sequel.
The forward station basically is a place where you can spawn a ground vehicle on a planet. Oh,
excuse me. This is gonna start a fire.
Yeah, there's a bunch of those. In fact, there's another side mission that I think spawns when you walk by another one of those panels elsewhere in the level. Also, you have a crappy office.
He does. What's with the boxes?
Well, I just mean it's a tiny, crappy, small office with. Yeah, there we go. That guy. That guy there.
Hey, you okay?
I'm fine.
No.
My arms got the brunt of it.
Stuff
And I don't need
exploding
them.
like this happen often?
Back right after the mutiny, we had a lot of this happening. But not lately.
I wasn't there during the mutiny.
Lucky. I thought we were done with this, honestly. That maybe I was just being paranoid.
Wait a minute. You think maybe somebody sabotaged the systems?
You know what they say. It's not paranoia.
If someone is out to get you, yeah. Third time this week. It's getting worse. First one was small stuff. This one could have hurt bad if I'd been closer.
That's not good. Sorry. Understatement.
Yeah. And now I have more repairs.
Did you talk to security about this?
How can I? For all I know, someone in security is the one doing this. I've scanned all the potential sabotage areas I can think of. But I don't know who to trust anymore.
Sounds like a lot went down before the Hyperion docked.
Yeah, I guess. Wait. That's it. You can't possibly be involved in this. You weren't even here during the mutiny.
Neither was the entire crew of the Hyperion.
Maybe you could help me. If they start hitting critical systems.
Sure thing. What can I do?
If you could scan these other panels while I fix this one, that'd really help. I've sent the locations to your Omni tool. Just send me the data when you're done.
Oh, yeah, Omni tools in this look terrible.
Yeah, they look terrible, and they've got lazy animations. Like that one on his just flashed. They didn't bother with the activation animation of him using his hand to turn it on or turn it off. It just flashed on his hand, and that was it.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, so this is a scanning thing.
Is that one?
Yeah, I think that's one. So yeah, that would be across from. Okay, there you go. See, now they selected that. That shows the three locations. So there's one. Yeah, one across from Tan. Too bad they didn't blow his face over.
Pathfinder, to cover their tracks, the saboteur is overloading power to this panel from another junction relay. You can scan and trace the connective wiring to locate the surrogate panel.
Am I following it up this way, or?
Yeah, that goes up there next to Addison. So each one of the terminals is going to have a wire that leads to another terminal you have to scan. Yep.
Scanning power junction relays. This panel is malfunctioning. Without more data, I cannot determine if this is a normal malfunction or sabotage.
I'll just disable power to the panel until Raj can check it out.
Okay, so
And don't worry, you
disable?
already did that, so yeah, it's disabled. There's no indication. You don't have to interact with it in any other way, and it doesn't give you an indication that it's done. So now, yeah, there's one near the militia and one in operations. Behind you. Yep.
Scan and trace the wiring to locate the panel that the saboteur used.
Okay, that one goes up to that first panel I told you to look at, next to Kesh's office. See, it doesn't trigger until you scan this one.
Like a normal sabotage would.
Yep, there you go.
Scanning. This panel has been tampered with.
Send the data to Raj.
Yes, Pathfinder.
Okay, and the third one is down over near Kandros.
You're in the forest? What district?
Yep, that one.
Pathfinder, I received the data from Sam. It really is sabotage.
Any idea as to who it might be?
Yeah. All these panels were worked on by Zara. I just can't believe it.
Security video logs confirm that Zara Kellis worked on these panels, as well as the one Raj Patil encountered.
Well, shit. Any idea where she is now?
Kellis is currently working on a panel on the Hyperion main deck.
Oh god.
All right, so we'll follow up on that when we go back there.
Should we go to a weapons locker?
Now you might want to check the journal. I'm not sure. Oh, did somebody tell you to go talk to scientists or not? First murderer.
Well, I spoke with the prison guard.
I guess not. We'll go ahead and talk to them anyway. I'm sure you'll pick up the mission when you talk to them. I thought somebody would have told you to do it, but it looks like they didn't.
It's that Scourge I'm wondering about. Standard colony radiation shield should handle it, but I hate should.
You must be the Pathfinder.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Wonderful. You and your Sam are exactly what we need.
Thanks, Mr.
Professor Herrick, my colleagues and I will work with your Sam and the data you gather to solve Andromeda's scientific mysteries.
What fields do you study?
Herrick's into life sciences. I do planetary geology, oceanography, rocks and runoff. Aradana's the space and math whiz.
Not that we've had much to study, with everyone cooped up for 14 months.
But your data on the Scourge flows like poetry. Now we can better advise on repairing the damage it caused.
And maybe Addison will give us a real workspace. Who can think with all this racket?
I don't know, you got a bigger office than him. Now, I encountered a bug when I played through this section that caused the Asari scientist to freeze in place. And all of her dialogue was delivered with literally her lips being the only thing that moved. Like, her arms, head, and body did not move.
Wow. Should I try her first then to see if we can replicate it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Pathfinder, we've had some trouble.
Anything I can help with?
Perhaps. I discharged
Yeah, my Omni
an
tool looks
away
like crap.
team to get readings from a section of the Scourge that was behaving anomalously. They haven't reported in for some time, and sensors can't locate their shuttle. I sent them out there. Good, dedicated people. I fear what might have happened to them.
Your work is important. Don't lose sight of that. When I'm out there, I'll see if I can find them.
Their friends and family will want to know what's happened, and I need to know.
Okay, well, she was blinking, so...
Yeah, that was fine. I mean, that was not what happened. What seems to happen is that when you
Wanna
initiate...
hit some rocks for science?
Try and stop me.
Absolutely. What do you need?
Sam and I used your scans and made a VI for geophysics surveys. Beta builds on the console there. Test it out in the field, and I'll wrangle you a consultant's bonus from Director Addison. How's that sound?
Wow, people are already trying to bribe me.
When you trigger conversations at certain points in idle animation loops, it seems like things bug out. Either characters like zip away from you at light speed, or freeze entirely and stop running their animations.
Okay, geophysics VI beta build.
Yep.
I thought we have enough betas in this game already.
I love the bug fix there, 2093, that said it tuned voice recognition to recognize both aluminum and aluminium.
Oh, God.
I'm not sure why they put the VI on the sparking terminal, but okay.
Okay, now do I need to talk to them again, or are they just available?
Let me check. Talk to Herrick again and see if he's got his own side thing or whether
Pathfinder,
that was it.
Those bioscans are superb. Could you gather more for our comparative conservation effort?
What conservation effort?
Ah, my thesis is on the console there. Broad strokes, we're comparing and preserving organisms from both galaxies. If you donate more bioscans and samples to the catalog, I can get you a finder's fee. Tempted?
Not really.
Well,
but yes,
yeah, there's a sniper rifle I want to get.
The beauty of the cosmos unfolds in your planet scans, Pathfinder. But there is more they can do.
Do you have something in mind, Doctor?
Plans for a school are underway to inspire a new generation of young minds. I wanted
Wow,
to craft a
we
model
haven't
of
even
the
found a
cluster
place with
for
running
them.
water, and
Accurate
you're
and
putting
splendid
out
from
things
your
for
data.
schools.
My prototype is on that console. Add more scans to improve it, and I will share my educational budget with you. And my thanks.
Yeah, that's
Wow,
sweet
no
public school
bio
money.
evaluations, no.
You need to pick up the. You need to access the terminal though to follow up on all that
Oh, do
nonsense.
I? The same
There.
one?
Same one.
Oh, final professor
Yep. So you want to activate all those.
activated.
That one we have to go back to the Hyperion. That one we have. Check first murderer. What does it say? Okay, so we have to go to Kandros again.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yep.
Wow, that really overshoots.
It's just gonna be funny.
No news on the Turian Arc yet? Or is this militia business?
I spoke with Nilken Rensis, the man found guilty of the murder on Eos.
Yes, our first murder here in Andromeda. I wish it had been our last. When the colony attempts
Who was
failed,
after
it didn't
him?
help spirits that a high-ranking officer was killed by one of our own. The mutiny here on Nexus was probably inevitable, but this acted as a spark.
Okay, if he was the first murderer but not the last, why is he in the cell by himself?
So there was a trial and he was found guilty.
It was short and decisive. Despite the lack of physical evidence, everything added up. His only defense was, trust me, I didn't mean to do it.
And you assume he's lying.
What's a lie to a murderer? Look, knock yourself out. A key witness, Cassidy Shaw, works in operations. Go ahead and talk to her. And there's a recording of the perpetrator threatening the victim. I'll let you cue it up on the console there. As far as I'm concerned, this case is closed.
Well, you can tell he's a cop and not a lawyer.
Yes.
He basically
Bye,
said,
Kandros.
so
Duty calls.
You and me both.
when the guy says he's innocent, you don't believe him. And you're like, yeah, because people who are guilty lie. It's like, wait, but if he's not lying, he's not a murderer, and therefore wouldn't lie. All right. Okay, confront the saboteur. The saboteur is on the Hyperion. The first murderer one now, it says to do what?
Optional playback recording and speak to witness Shaw, so...
The Nexus versus colonist Nilken, evidence 7A.
Hiram! Hiram! They've seized the compound! Call for evacuation!
We're not giving up, Nilken. We're taking it back.
No! I'm not letting your ego get us killed! Even if I have to...
No! Get him off me! Get him off me!
Okay, now I gotta go...
Okay, and then we'll need to talk to the witness.
Well, he's upstairs, so I'll go find him.
Okay. Oh yeah, in fact, I think it's actually the person standing next to the sparking panel that was sabotaged.
Kesh, this is Mello. The console for the secondary management system is fixed. Everything checks out. It should sync up with the Hyperion's remote consoles. Moving on to the next thing on my list.
Yep, there we go.
Uploading new analyses.
Cassidy Shaw? I'm Sarah Ryder. I'm looking into the Nilken murder case.
Oh man, I thought that was over with. Have you heard the audio recording of their fight?
Yes.
I helped pull him off Chief Reynolds. You could see it in his eyes. He was gonna kill him. Then in the sandstorm, I had a pretty clear view of the Chief. He looked right at Nilken and shouted no. Then his chest burst open. I'll never forget it. The look on his face was pure shock.
Could you stop using your iPad for a moment?
Did you see any Kett in the vicinity?
Nilken said so, but not that I could see. Still, the sandstorm was severe. Visibility wasn't great.
Are you a cat person or a dog person?
Reynolds was leading you back to retake the compound. Did you agree with that?
It wasn't my place to agree or disagree. He was ranking officer. In retrospect, it is ironic.
Don't you think?
If he hadn't been killed, we all probably would have died.
We would have been killed until we were dead.
Did Nilken seem remorseful?
I lost sight of Nilken in the turmoil. When we found him, he seemed in shock. He couldn't speak. He looked nauseated. Could have been killed. The reality of the act sinking in.
Like, rain on your wedding day.
If they'd fought and Nilken threatened to kill him, why was Reynolds surprised?
Fronts fight, say things they don't mean, maybe even hurt each other. But you don't expect your best friend to shoot you. To me, that's the saddest part. The Chief's heart was broken right before it exploded.
Oh, that is so sappy.
Cheesy. Yeah.
I appreciate the information.
Of course. It kills me we had to leave him behind.
Kills?
He deserved a
Seriously?
proper funeral.
No, it killed him.
So the body was never examined? Important piece of a murder investigation.
Tian wouldn't allow a mission to go back for him. Said it was too dangerous.
It's not something you say in the murder investigation. It kills me.
Okay, so now go downstairs and talk to Tan again.
Disembarkation procedures for Hyperion are on hold. Please await further instructions.
Something I can help you with?
I'm looking into the Nilkin Rensis murder charge.
And?
I want to go to Eos and retrieve Chief Reynolds' body.
That isn't usually Pathfinder business.
First murder in Andromeda, and I'm impartial. Figured you'd want to get it right.
Settling an outpost comes first. But I suppose I have no objections. Physical evidence will only bolster the case.
The more certain we can be, the better.
All right, but let's keep it quiet. I don't want people thinking we're reopening the case. I hope anything you find reaffirms what's been done, but if it sheds a different light, we'll deal with it. We'll send the coordinates of the murder scene.
That doesn't
Good
sound
luck.
shady at all.
Why does he have a big med kit behind his desk?
I don't know.
He has this bunch of med kits in weird
That's all.
places.
Thanks for your
Such
time.
a political
My pleasure.
jerk.
I see great things in
It's
our
like
future.
they're trying to fill places with crates, and that's just a crate-sized object they have around, so they have a lot of them.
Yeah, the subfolders, there seem to be a lot of them.
Yeah, there are. There's a main mission folder, and then there's a secondary mission folder, and then there's another folder which is stuff broken down by location.
Yeah, it's not...
And then there's the whole codex. Hey, Cora.
Get me out of here! I really need to catch a train!
Now, what's interesting here is that Cora shouldn't know that you're only leaving for a side mission and therefore not to come with you, but somehow she does.
Yeah, well...
Okay, so...
Look at all the crap. Oh,
and the robots.
And the Roombas. Yeah, we're gonna find out if Roomba did it.
Okay, so just follow the compass, and it should bring you to the alleged saboteur somewhere out here. Right there.
Punch! I want to, like, do a running jump.
Zara Kellis?
You're under arrest.
Yes?
I have evidence you've been sabotaging the Nexus.
What? No, I'd never... I've been looking into this myself. I have the scans to prove it. Here. I'll transfer the scans I took to your Omni tool.
Wouldn't the saboteur also
Funny.
have scans?
Raj was investigating the same thing, and it led us to you.
My scans point at Raj as the one. So unless someone was setting us both up, I just don't understand.
The data Miss Kellis has accumulated is strangely similar to Mr. Pattle's. A third party seems likely.
Yes, this guy's genius plan that
The
depends
real
on
saboteur could be setting you both up.
you two not knowing
Because
each other.
we both figured out something was going on? That would make sense.
No, it wouldn't.
It's better than thinking Raj could have done this. But it means all the data I have is useless. Wish I had access to the security cams. I bet we could find
Gee,
something
I would
there.
have thought of that
You
first.
stay put, so whoever did this doesn't realize we're onto them. I'll check out the security cam.
Guess where those are.
Raj,
right
you
back
there?
where we were in the
Yes.
security office.
How did it go?
Yep.
Is it really her?
Wasn't her. She had proof pointing at you. I figure someone's been messing with you both. Just keep a low profile and don't talk to anyone.
Looks like the only path I'm finding is between the damn shuttle!
Disembarkation procedures for Hyperion are on hold. Please await
This file is useless. Let's check another.
Y analog static. Okay, do it again and hit. Now, see, this is also weird. Now security footage 2 is in the place of security 1.
And another scrambled file.
Coincidence seems unlikely.
Let's check another.
It shows you one at a time in the same spot in the menu.
This file is also corrupted. Definitely not a coincidence. You'd need pretty high clearance to mess with the security camera files. Somebody working for Kandros, maybe.
That is the most probable scenario.
Think you can get enough out of the files to find a match using biometric scans, Sam?
The files were badly scrambled, but if I combine all the available identifiers, it might work. Based on the limited information available, we are looking for a human male, assigned either to the Nexus or Hyperion.
I would think it would be the Nexus simply because of the timeline.
Those are the two places that exist in this game right now, yes.
Okay. Anything else?
Okay, so it wants you to scan people in security in the Nexus, and then scan Nexus security transfer to the Hyperion. So yeah, just go over there and scan the people. I think it actually puts a thing on it.
Yeah, see, all I can think of is, yeah, we're not doing a lot of pathfinding.
So scan some humans. No, over there by Kandros in his little area. Yep.
Oh, Mr. Glutes.
Inaccurate match.
Yep, squatting.
Yep. Basically, these guys.
Biometrics do not match.
Okay, one more. By the way, playing with the male Ryder, going through the initial sequence, I noticed that, in that first conversation between the captain and your father, it doesn't matter who you side with. Your father criticizes you either way.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to be the case.
And the bit where your character mentions that you were born a minute earlier than your brother, that remains consistent no matter which character you play. So it's not like
always going to be
not
older.
like the it's not like the player character is always the older one. The sister is always older than the brother.
Scan results show a partial positive. Target is most likely suspect.
Yeah, well, it's a security guy looking at a panel.
Dale Atkins reports to Kandros' department, assigned to station security.
Dale Atkins, right? We need to talk.
Look, not to be rude, but I have work to do.
We know what you've been up to. You're done here.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just doing my job, that's all.
Proof says you've been up to no good.
Figures. Screw this. Screw all you hypocrites on this station. You weren't here when they kicked out our loved ones. Mutiny? We just wanted answers. My sister is out there. I don't even know if she's alive or...
dead?
Whatever happened back then, hurting people now makes no sense.
What do you know? I don't care what you think. The mutiny leaders were right to demand to know what was going on.
You could have hurt people. Killed them.
Like those who got killed when the leadership had the krogan stomp on my friends? I'm done talking. I confess, it was me. Do whatever you want.
Not my call. The Nexus leaders will make that decision.
That lot make a decision? That'll be the day.
I'll just walk away now.
Yeah, excuse me. Why are we calling security to come take him away?
I think we did, but it's not... there's no dialogue written or animations made for any of that, so he just walks off camera in a cutscene and is gone.
Okay, that was the dumbest investigation result ever.
Somehow that makes the planet more livable. Don't ask how that does that. I don't know.
I don't see that at all. Okay.
But the viability points lead up towards getting stuff that you can use to unlock people.
Pathfinder, it's good to see you. Word is there's been trouble on the station.
We just got here. How did you know that already?
Word gets around.
Does it now?
People talk to me. Anyway, as soon as we establish outposts, everything will even out. I'm sure of it.
Well, nice to meet you, Lieutenant Valley-Speak.
What about your family?
I'm an orphan. My parents died on the Mindoir colony when it was attacked years ago. No siblings.
Oops, that was our fault.
I left some friends and distant relatives behind.
Well, technically
I
not.
have friends here too. I love piloting. But I like the idea of going back to my roots and farming like my parents did. Someday.
If your shepherd is a sole survivor...
Why did you join the initiative?
The most popular question on the station. Honestly, I wouldn't have known about this project if Nozomi hadn't reached out to me.
Nozomi?
Nozomi?
Captain Dunn. Of all the captains I've piloted for, she's the best. I've always been a wanderer at heart. When she asked me to be her pilot, How could I say no to the adventure of a lifetime?
Plus, I wanted to fly a ship.
How do you feel about all this now that we're here?
Hopeful. I know, it's a rose-colored outlook, but...
That's what this visor's for.
Someone's got to keep the positivity coming, right?
Right? Everything? Right? Okay.
Have to go now. See you later.
Yes.
Take care.
And find something to fix my eye. It doesn't seem to be blinking. Okay, so let's...
Alright, so what have we got in the journal now? Okay, so now we will go and talk to Sam. He gets his own room. Kind of looks like Cerebro.
Too bad, it'd be kind of neat if there was like a fast journey to these locations.
Well, there's going to be more stops on the tram, but as far as I know, you can't go straight to a room. You still have to go between the Hyperion,
that's what I mean,
the Nexus, and then they're going to give you a ship, and it'll be a third location.
Yeah, it would be a lot easier if you just said, "Look, you want to do that? Fine, beam me there, Scotty," and then you just show up. If there was a fast okay, people people beaming in.
Yep.
If there was a fast way to get to and from, things with this would be a lot easier.
Even happens in cutscenes.
Hello, Sarah. Welcome back to Sam Node. I've adjusted my connection to your implant. The headache you experienced before shouldn't reoccur.
Lie.
Yep.
Yeah, what was that about? You said we need to discuss something confidential?
You should know certain facts before you leave on your expedition. It seemed best we speak alone.
Sam, if we're going to work together, you can't keep hiding things from me.
Apologies. I am simply following your father's wishes.
What was he keeping
And can't we change your
secret?
voice?
My true capabilities. Alec overrode the implant's safety protocols. It allows me unrestricted access to the Pathfinder's physiology.
Kinky.
And that's me now.
And only you. I can act as a force multiplier, dramatically enhancing your motor and neural skills when required. Alec called them profiles. They provide unique tactical augmentation during combat. Your father preferred to keep this fact to himself.
We used to call them classes. But now you can switch them on the fly, so they're profiles.
I can understand. People might get the wrong idea. Super soldiers. A computer having control over a human.
Providing an enhancement to the human. It is a symbiotic relationship that benefits both.
What do you get out of it?
Though I'm artificial in design, I am fully sentient. Far beyond what even the Initiative understands.
I don't follow. You're an AI, so what's different?
I am a new form of AI, drawing directly from the human experience. Your implant is my window into the world.
That's pretty amazing.
Remember, AIs are
beyond
illegal.
what many people will accept. Your father knew some would fear it.
Yeah, he's got a point. So, what does this mean for the two of us?
I find myself in an unusual position. Though I had access to your father's experiences, there is a gap in my understanding.
How so?
He placed a block on portions of my memory array.
Why?
Perhaps so when you asked me what his plan was, I wouldn't know.
And Dad strikes again.
But not without recourse. The further you explore as a Pathfinder, the more blocks will be removed. Perhaps you should begin in your father's quarters. In the meantime, unless you have more questions, your new ship awaits.
Thanks.
Okay, and I would again... Okay, so the way this works is that when you apply points to the various combat tech and biotic abilities, those each apply towards unlocking some of these profiles that are kind of like the old classes because they have the same names. And instead of supplying a preset combination of abilities and weapon restrictions, the profiles provide a bunch of passive bonuses. So basically, instead of choosing one of these that then unlock the weapons and abilities that you then level up, leveling up the appropriate abilities earns points towards unlocking the profile, and applying the profile gives you passive bonuses that improve the efficiency of the abilities associated with those profiles. So it's kind of they've made it backwards. Instead of before,
they've
like
just inverted it.
Like if you wanted to have cloaking and snipers, you had to choose infiltrator, and then that was all you had access to.
Right.
You couldn't say, I don't need to cloak now and I want to have a shotgun. Instead, although I think they took away the weapons restrictions at the end. But now, Instead, what'll happen is that as you level up snipers and camouflage, you will earn points that unlock infiltrator, and then applying the infiltrator profile makes your sniper ability and your cloaking ability better. Aren't you supposed to go to your dad's room?
I thought we were going to go to the ship.
You want to go to the dad's room first.
Do I?
Yeah. Because there are those memory block things on the planet, and I don't know if you'll be able to unlock them if you haven't finished the conversation tree with Sam that leads to it.
Well, why does it say go to the ship first?
But he told you, but Sam said go to your dad's room. Yeah, that one.
Okay, so where's that?
Back in the Hyperion where you just left, so turn around and get in the tram.
It's so stupid. See, this is where having things in a certain linear fashion isn't a bad thing.
Ready to see what Tan gave us?
I hear it's something special. Pathfinder en route.
It's taking me to the ship anyway.
And final check.
Yeah, I think you hit the wrong one.
We won't be long. The way things
This
are
is the
going,
only one to
we'll
do, so you can't hit one that's the only one.
No, there's 3 separate buttons on the terminal.
But at least we'll be doing it.
No, I'm talking about the shuttle. It's wide activate the shuttle.
No, it's not. You have to pick a location. There's 3 buttons. You have to face the one for the location you want.
Oh, well, the only one I've been hitting is Y.
Tempest.
No, it's the Y button, but you have to be activating. There's 3 separate zones on the thing. There's habitation. There's basically Hyperion, Nexus, and Tempest.
Well, screw it. We're going to the ship.
Okay. Do the other one when you get back. But that means you'll have to go back to the planet a second time, possibly to do the memory lock if they don't show up.
If that's the case, then it just shows the flaws of the system.
Yeah, I see. The way the fast travel used to be a single terminal and you choose from a menu, now it's like you have to face the button you want and hit Y.
That's stupid.
So you're the one who's making everything
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Vetra next. Initiative Wrangler, Provisioner, Gunner, and everything in between.
What's in between all those?
The sooner we get out of here, the better.
I don't know.
You're coming
Oxford
with
commas.
Yes. Otherwise, there's no way they're letting this ship off the
So,
station.
where'd you get the Google Glass?
What's the rush?
Just don't want to waste any more time.
Hold it! You're not going anywhere.
Damn it.
Is something wrong?
Director Addison wants to see a complete report of the Tempest supplies, munitions, and crew.
Director Tan overruled Addison.
The ship's loaded out with equipment for outpost discovery, squarely under Director Addison's purview.
Seen you around. Ben, right? Came here with a family, didn't you? Son still in cryo? I could pull some strings, get him to the front of the line.
Really?
Yeah, really.
They told me he wasn't essential. But I miss
He's
him.
not.
I know. I got family too, Ben.
It's done. Addison's gonna
Hell
kill
with Addison.
me.
Nicely done.
Part of the job, Pathfinder. All things considered, it was an easy ask. And right now, you need people tearing down obstacles, not putting up more.
Yeah, who needs to know what's in the ship before it leaves? It's not like we've had a mutiny or people defected, ran away, or stolen things.
Well, they obviously didn't take the ship, so I think whatever was on there is probably still there.
Yeah, I know, but that basically you're supposed to like this person and dislike the other one just because Addison was so terrible. But the idea of like, hey, wait a minute, before a person we barely know flies off with a ship, we maybe ought to inventorize it.
I think that's why we have AIs.
Apparently we've only got one of those, and we're the only one using it now.
See, that I don't believe. I would think we would have AIs and VIs all over the place doing all the tasks and the jobs that the humans don't want to. And I think inventory, would be an easy thing for AIs and VIs with scanners to accomplish.
Everything's state-of-the-art. Labs, sensors, exploration
Inventory
gear.
maintenance.
Plus her crew, of course. The best in their field.
Good to see you looking so well, Sarah.
We're abducting the doctor, apparently.
Yeah, why don't they just run a scanner and say, oh, yep, that's the inventory.
The engine core is based on the Ark's Odyssey drive.
It runs a hell of a lot quieter.
That's Gil Brody. Engineer, mechanic, all-around wrench jockey.
Are there even wrenches in this
the
game?
Research room. There's space for upgrading equipment, gathering intel.
Router engaged. Securing connection to Tempest.
Welcome aboard, Sam. And Ryder, of course.
All run by Suvi Anwar, our science officer. Your quarters are below. Plenty of space up here to get everyone together.
A lot of textures just popped
It's
at
all
once.
yours. She's light, stealthy, and the fastest ship in her class.
And what class is that?
I love how they basically make this ship like smaller outside, bigger inside, and better than the SR2,
Every
even though
plan
the
the
SR2's
initiative
just
made
been
is out
made.
the window. Now it's on us to find the way.
We all came here ready for a challenge. When you're ready to fly, head over to the bridge. Our pilot should have everything good to go.
I also want to know why most of the female crew members have names that seem to come from strippers. We've got Suvi,
think of the source.
Head to the
Lexi,
bridge when we're ready to go.
and Vetra. I mean, I can understand them wanting to make...
Big.
Yeah, the ship is very big. It is kind of neat, and one thing you get out of it now is that you can see...
Meeting room. You can make vid calls from the central table, or just get the crew together.
You can see outside the
We
windows...
call this the research room. You can run research projects and coordinate with the Nexus from here.
Pathfinder, check this toy.
No thanks. Why don't you go shoot something?
Yeah, there's a strike mission terminal there, just like the one in Kandros' office. So you don't have to go back there for that. You can do it here. I think this is your quarters, I think. Maybe?
No, it's a bridge.
No, it's the bridge.
Unless you want to bring a cot.
Departure trajectory locked, Nexus Control. Time for introductions. You must be Ryder, Kalojath. A pleasure to be here, and to meet you, of course. I'll be piloting the Tempest at your word. Quite the ship, but it'll take a Pathfinder's guidance to see us through Heleus.
How would you know that? You don't even know what they do. Nobody does.
I'm new to this. Being a Pathfinder, running a ship.
You'll be fine. As for the ship, I can help. I knew the Tempest when she was a blueprint. I was test pilot for the Tempest's early prototypes. I admit, I'm itching to see how she performs out here.
So, how do I...
The console syncs with your implant. Just swipe, touch a destination here, and the nav system calculates everything.
Yeah,
Very
swipe
efficient.
right
Like
if you
Tinder
want
for
to.
planets. Just, yeah, exactly.
was
Swipe right on a planet.
For a Pathfinder.
Boy.
Everything's secure, if you're ready.
Is anyone ready for something this big?
I guess we have to be.
All right.
That's what she said.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Command access is transferring successfully.
Science and monitoring stations look fine. Lexi's reporting in.
Helm is green. Gil reports the drive core is online.
This is it, Ryder. The Tempest is yours, unless you've got something to say for the log.
Let's see. The following
Okay,
characters can
no,
please go to the airlock to be ejected.
Yeah, okay.
Addison.
Now, first of all, Ryder says some variation on I got this, we got this, so many times that I never ever want to see that option in our play if we can avoid them.
Which one?
So,
Okay,
we got this.
we got this. Yeah, baby. Keep dreaming of home. We're the Nexus best hope. No, let's go.
It's like, nope, let's just go.
I never planned to be Pathfinder. I don't know what's out there.
I don't know where we're going.
But we're the Milky Way's best and brightest.
Oh,
We can do this.
no, you're not. No, you're not.
Nexus Control, this is the Tempest, ident 2527, prepping to depart.
If they want to let me know that they know that everybody in the Milky Way is dead, then okay. Then you're the best and brightest. But otherwise, no. You guys are like Cerberus leftovers.
Departure vector verified, Tempest. Godspeed, Pathfinder.
Finally, we get to find some bloody paths, because, damn, I want to kill everybody on that vessel.
Yeah,
Yay!
nice to know we've exported our superstitions to another galaxy.
To Eos, then. What would have been our Habitat 1?
2 failed outposts put an end to that idea.
Maybe we can turn things around. Callow, take us in.
Oh yes, Planet Michelle Pfeiffer.
Okay, so this is the one that's marked off.
Yep.
But we have a choice. We can actually go to whichever one that we want, though, correct?
Theoretically, yeah. One of them's got an exclamation, so I guess there's something there. Erickson has nothing on it, so I suppose there's no reason to go there yet. I don't know what's in Pfeiffer. I haven't seen it.
Do we want to go there, then?
Up to you.
Let's do it. We're already 2 episodes in, and boy, I want to actually, I don't know, go to an unknown planet.
It's probably more like 5 episodes in by this time, really.
The Nexus surveyors could get before, well...
Let's see what's waiting here.
Okay.
Anomaly on sensors.
Oh crap. Is that a black hole?
It looks like it. Neat!
Black hole.
My first black hole.
Watch you fly toward that and it'd be like, game over. You flew into a black hole.
Let's do that!
Alright, go ahead. Don't say I didn't warn you.
At least it'll be interesting.
By the way, every time you choose a location, it does this.
I heard this.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna bug the crap out of me at some point.
Yeah, and this has to be there because, yes, you saw Interstellar. We know. Yeah. You all saw Interstellar.
Activate scanner?
Activate scanner. Yep, so this is the scanning.
Caution
I suppose you're
advised.
rotating the black hole, but it's kind of hard to tell. So, I don't know what you're supposed to get out of that,
I don't know what
honestly.
I'm supposed to do here, yeah.
I think you're rotating it like a planet, but I think you can't see it because it's just black and featureless. And I kind of thought that the red bits on the periphery of the scanner were kind of indicating
Like
something
targets
in that
or something, yeah,
direction, but it doesn't seem like that's actually true. I don't know that there's anything here.
Maybe you're supposed to line up the targets with the...
Yeah,
Oops.
I was not able to make any sense out of it. And I'm not sure every place has a thing.
Okay, so...
Oh, okay. Now it says anomaly. Now wait.
Oh, well, these things over here, these are all different things.
No, but now there's a symbol up... Oh, okay, okay, the white thing is... That's where the ship is right now.
Yeah. So, let's see. H...
And if you were to back out of here... Actually, do that. Back out of it. Hit Y to exit the map. Which you have to hold now, which is cool, because now you can't do it by accident.
Yeah.
So now you see the black hole out the window.
Neat. It's a little low res, but okay.
Yeah. So they'll do that now, so you can always see from the bridge where the ship is out the windows instead of having to go into the map. Yeah, that's a neat touch.
Okay.
I like it.
Finally something useful about looking at... Not to mention the fact, the one thing that I really didn't like about the Normandy is there wasn't really a front window. It was Joker looking at screens.
Well, you know what?
It
doesn't make sense to have one.
No,
and
it
this
doesn't.
is probably a screen anyway.
Right, but at least it's there. At least,
yes,
you know,
yes, there.
It's not so much I don't mind that there isn't really a window there. It's just that there's nothing to look at.
Hey, come on! In real life, you'll probably be piloting a ship with VR goggles or something equivalent, and there won't be any windows.
This is true.
Why would there be?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Now B is system view, and you can choose another location.
Anomaly on sensors.
Okay, so we've got a couple different
Anomaly.
anomalies.
Which one is the anomaly? Oh, I think you can use the scanner here. Yeah. Okay. There we go. So scan that or probe it. Right trigger probe.
Probe away. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
That's what she said. So now it goes to your current location, goes to the ship POV, moves the ship to the thing.
Well, to be honest, this actually makes more sense than running the little icon doing little putterings across it.
Sure,
like
it does. And you know what? And it's cool the first time you do it.
Well, yeah, the first umpteen times you do it, and then after a while, it's like...
It's
please,
unskippable.
Please stop it. Please stop.
Aluminum. And that's it.
Okay.
Corvath.
But here, at least, I can actually scan a whole system. It's a little slow in the movements.
Yep. And it doesn't. She didn't say anomaly on sensor, so I don't think there is anything else to scan. There's just the
anomaly.
So now I think it's just the planet. Now the planets may have stuff on it. So now we go back to the asteroid, and we get in the ship, and we plow through the asteroid. Apparently. And then, oh, okay. I'm not sure why we... Seems like we wasted a little fuel there, but... okay, and you can scan planets.
Okay, yeah, this is... Left and right seems to be a lot slower.
Yeah, now what I don't know is that if there's no arrow there, I think maybe there's nothing to find. And there's no prompt to fire a probe. But they let you rotate and look around anyway, just for the heck of it, I guess?
Yeah, see, those little false indicators are not helping.
Yeah.
Okay, so nothing there.
It's a thing. Yep, no, nothing there. H480. My god, this planet is only 480p. 480H? Shouldn't it be 640H and 480p?
I just love it. All this pathfinding, and the only thing I found so far is aluminium.
Thick dust, clouds, dangerous electrical storms, heavy gravity render it inhospitable even for well-equipped krogans. Okay.
Now, do I actually have fuel to worry about?
I don't think so. I think that's taken out.
Thank goodness.
Which doesn't make any sense, right? Because in the Milky Way galaxy, where there's fuel stations anyway, you had to manage fuel. And now you're in another galaxy,
like,
everybody's hair's on fire, people are dead, and there's no food, but fly wherever you like.
Exactly. No sense whatsoever, but, you know,
Oh, too close.
Yeah, people wanted to show that off for some reason.
Yep. Ryder. The planet is slightly toxic to most known life forms, but the helium-rich atmosphere appears to host enormous colonies of fungal spores.
Yep, nothing else with this one.
Yeah,
here.
so apparently aluminum on one asteroid is like all this system has in it at all.
Well, so far, I mean, we don't know what any of the other ones are.
Well, there's only 2 things left, right?
And there's no cheat guide to say, oh no, the only planet you want to go to is this one.
Oh, well, you know, there probably is.
Well, maybe, but to me, in this circumstance, with this early, what's the point? I mean, we're not trying to get through all of this. We want to see what it has to offer. And true, there would be planets and things that you would go to where there's nothing, but you don't know until you go.
Yep. Extreme radioactivity and high-velocity winds make H479 a poor candidate for mining despite rich metal deposits. A potential candidate for future endeavors. Again, it's like, wait until the sequel. when you need some more metal.
Or radiation.
But anyway, this is counting towards our mission to scan a bunch of planets. So,
yes.
And there is that.
Well, I figured, we're going to do it. I like that the first thing we saw was
50
a
of them.
black hole, though. I was hoping to get more out of it, though.
That's the thing about black holes. You don't usually get much out of them.
That's why I thought it was funny. We got rings?
Yeah, it looks like they're really far out, though. This outlying world is comprised of iron and frozen nitrogen. One oddity stands out. Certain geological features suggest nitrogen seas were once liquid. We just got here. Why do some of the planets have numbers and some of them already have names?
I don't know. you know, the
Minus
whole naming
215
thing anyway.
degrees Celsius.
You think you'd get different names from the indigenous once we actually got a chance to communicate.
It's too bad this doesn't occur definitely after Mass Effect 3, because then you could like name all the planets after the Mass Effect series characters. You know, you have the planet Garrus.
Okay, well, we went to Pfeiffer.
Okay, so
and the only thing there was
100%'d
aluminum.
Pfeiffer.
So, okay. So let's try going to
all right, so you want to...
Mission Planet.
Well, you actually... Okay.
What?
Oh, I figured while you were going to do a bunch of scanning, you might as well go to Erickson
I was going to hit that on the way back.
Okay.
System Pythias. Andromeda Initiative Habitat 1. Designated EOS.
It was supposed to be an easy first step. Until no one else showed and we got clobbered. Twice.
Why has Sam altered frequency detection? What are we hearing, Sam?
There is a signal, Pathfinder. I recommend an immediate examination of EOS.
Yeah, okay. And there's also an anomaly, which I think is another asteroid.
Probe away. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
I would say that's what she said, but that is literally what she's saying, so I might as well stop.
Yeah, I think that's probably best. Aren't there a lot of mineral deposits? I mean, there seem to be a lot of rocks.
Apparently not.
Iron. Seriously? Iron.
73 units iron, yeah. To be honest, you can pick up that much iron from an item on a planet that is, like 1/millionth the size of that thing.
Yeah.
All right, what's the thing way over to the left that's flashing?
Giant exclamation point. You want to go there?
Yeah. Why not?
More rings.
Hydrogen methane gas giant. Debris in orbit suggests it has seen Kett visitors. Okay.
I want to make sure I'm doing this right, because I have yet to
hit
a planet
if it doesn't
anything there.
They said there were, 6 candidate habitats? Presuming they're not all in the same system, that means that there's at least 6 systems we can visit. Presumably there's more than that. H60 and its satellites attract debris from Pythias' asteroid belt, resulting in multiple dust rings. Meteor impacts have left H60 rich in nickel, but these same impacts make mining difficult. Okay.
And that's something I never quite understood. Why didn't, when they were getting closer and closer to the galaxy, they didn't launch 1 billion probes to make sure that any of these worlds were even going to be remotely close to our expectations.
Notice how you could see the black hole in the other system in the background there?
Yeah.
It seems like this view, they're actually modeling the whole cluster, not just this system. Oh, okay, here we go.
Finally!
Anomaly. That's going to be aluminum.
Probably.
Oh, no, it's a satellite.
Okay, whose satellite?
Scientific monitoring satellite launched by early explorers to EOS. Its mission was abandoned when the original settlement of EOS failed, but it has gathered valuable data from H276.
Okay, so it's our satellite. We
Gained
set it up,
research.
and
Yep.
we're just getting our stuff here.
We're scanning our own satellites.
So why don't we know that this thing existed? Why do we have to scan it?
Don't know. Hey,
Why does
half
it-
the stuff you scan with your Omnitool is like your own stuff, your own crates, your own
Yeah.
vehicles and ships, your own people.
Okay. It's funny, it still has it selectable. Okay.
Planet Pele?
They're really into football.
Tidal heating and bombardment from asteroid belt have aggravated the volcanic activity. Methane in the upper atmosphere contributes to planet's scorching conditions. Okay.
So it's really hot.
Yep. Planet Pele, really hot. Hansu.
Gesundheit.
Yeah, see, this is kind of neat, but honestly, I could do without the driving and zooming animations after about the first 4 or 5 times. You know, I mean, like, just let me go anywhere and zoom like I could before.
Anomaly on sensors.
Ah, okay, another one. Hansu's oddly mild climate, given its orbital distance and rich resources, make it a candidate for mining outpost. Its unexpectedly rugged terrain has tabled discussions indefinitely.
Probes launched. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
You're a huge mineral deposit. Okay.
Yeah, so I think that's all the planets in this system.
I think that's it, yeah.
I want to go back to Eos.
A mirror of the signal on Habitat 7. Possible atmospheric manipulation.
Is that possible?
We'll find out. If it is like Habitat 7, no doubt we'll run into the Kett.
Okay, so this says viability level 0. We've got vanadium, iron, carbon, and aluminum, and 2 missions. The main one we're doing, and the first murderer thing. Desert world with significant resources. Also radiation. And the way they do the radiation in this one is that it's not like Mass Effect 1, where like there's radiation equally everywhere. There are going to be some safe zones and some zones where radiation is worse than usual. And I think this one also has storms, so sometimes there just may be like radiation everywhere.
Can't wait. Okay, so what are we gonna take?
Suiting up.
Ready, Freddy?
Hope we're all that ready.
Who's Freddy?
Callow? Alright.
Integrating search area from Sam. How he pulled that mystery signal through the storms, I have no idea.
Multisensory neural collation. Amazing.
Factory fresh across the board. Spinning up the compensators.
You're already tuning the displays.
We'll get a better read on this pass than the Nexus has had in months.
Gonna need some Foster grants for the bridge.
Yeah, shouldn't the display just tint? I mean, why do we have to do this? Why do we have to squint?
What?
I said a lot of people have their hopes pinned on us. They gave up on Eos. Can't blame them. Expected a golden world, instead they saw their friends die. Never know how that'll affect. Sorry. You okay?
Just another ice cream headache.
I've got the training. People. The tools. We can
People
do this.
who are also
Pathfinder,
tools.
the Tempest checks out. We're good.
Take us down.
You have no idea how long I've wanted a Pathfinder to say that.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, seriously. Unless they're trying to...
No Pathfinder has ever done their job. I mean, you guys are talking about a job description, literally.
Shields holding, adjusting entry.
You got this, right? Hell.
Seatbelts. Waiting for you to scream, Joker, pull up!
There. Set us down at this nav point.
Why that nav point, Pathfinder? Okay, so what do you think about the ship design?
Oh, it's fine. I got no issues with the ship design. Again, it's just one of those things, though, where there are obvious improvements that have been made here that don't seem to make sense in universe.
Yeah, time-wise.
The Normandy SR2 was supposed to be a bigger, badder, faster version of the SR1, and yet the Andromeda initiative apparently made an even better ship, and then, mailed it across the universe.
Wow,
600 years
and
ago.
I love how my helmet just magically appears.
Welcome to the fine planet of Australia.
Reports state this planet suffers deadly storms that are contaminated by radiation from the Scourge. EO's deployment was incomplete due to environmental hazards and ultimately hostile encounters.
Plus, no Pathfinder. If Eos is like Habitat 7, that signal we scan must be connected with the atmosphere. We could use the outpost antenna to track it down. Let's get the power back on. They must have known these wouldn't last in these conditions.
They didn't have a Pathfinder.
They do now. We'll make Eos a home.
Okay, stop telling me my job.
Okay, so why don't we stop now and take a break? And I think you should be able to save now as well. Or maybe not.